Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here this evening to do the reading for the month of March 2018, from March 1st through to the 31st. The sign of Taurus, the bull. Let's begin. Let's see what's up for Taurus. Cut the deck. All right. Your overall energy for the month of March, Taurus, is self-reflection under the card of Judgment. Your finances and wealth, Three of Cups, reunion. Your hearth and home, everything close to your heart, everything that's important to you, the closest things to you, is the Three of Swords, heartache. Your challenges for the month of March, Seven of Wands, endurance. So far, a challenging month for you, Taurus. And your message from Spirit in the final card in this spread. Of course, the High Priest. He brings wisdom. It's one thing about challenging times to us is, I could think of better ways, but it brings wisdom, if nothing else, from what you've gone through. It's like growing when you don't want to grow. It's like having your character built up, even though you say, I have enough character already, right? So you're looking at yourself, doing a lot of self-reflection. How big of a role have you played in your own life to get you to where you are right now? Were you cajoled? Were you molded by other people? That's where self-reflection comes in. At this time, that's what I'm hearing for you. Anyways, you are taking stock before moving on. You may come across a little bit of unfinished business too, delving into the past, sorry. And realizing that some things didn't get completed, some things didn't get finished, some things were left hanging, some things were ignored. You're looking at your role in all of that. Somebody could find themselves going back to an old neighborhood and revisiting with somebody from that old neighborhood. This card always brings this out. Delving back into the past again. Excuse me. Over a certain situation or a certain person, a certain happening, and asking yourself, now 20 years after the fact, did I do the right thing? Did I make that right choice? Should I not have done that? But you find yourself, some may go back to that person directly that they were involved with to see where they're at. Maybe part of you is a little nostalgic. Maybe you're feeling it out to see if they want to pick up where you left off. There's a lot of things that come into play with this card because it digs into the past, and things get murky sometimes in the past. And we either do one or two things with the past. We only remember the best and forget about all the bad stuff, or we hold on to the bad We forget about all the good stuff. This is a general reading. It can go either way for whoever this is meant for. But you're wondering if, you're judging your own actions from the past, asking yourself, what would I do today if put in the same situation? Also at this time, with this card, brings forth through the month of March for you that you're getting, your spiritual connection is growing. The vibration, you're raising your vibration. You're more open now, and believe as well that you're being led by your spirit guides. Always left to your own devices, though. All the spirit guides can do is show you. Point out where your attention needs to go so you can consider whatever. It's going to make you more aware of angels in the world as well, and loved ones that have passed. You're just basically spiritually overall are going to really take yourself to the next level is what you're going to do. The advice of the card. For those of you that are thinking about doing a second run with somebody you've already been involved with, Tarot's kind of leading towards that maybe you should give them a second chance. Now that some time has gone by, you've both grown, you're older, mature, more wiser, and you're realizing what a great thing you had back then. And then things just went wrong, or you grew apart, whatever the reason. You're interested in maybe trying again. I'm sorry to be distracted. I mean, it's pitch black. There's a plane going overhead, and when they're that low, it's a big one. He's so low, I didn't know what he was at first. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, scares me. Makes me wonder if they're coming down sometimes. That's all. Not in a good way. If reassessing your past, don't be so hard on yourself. If you think, you may feel in moments that was all my fault. I didn't realize it then, but it was all me. It wasn't even. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let it go. Keywords are contemplation and guilt, self-judgment, review. Second chances, spirituality, and memories are real strong for the month of March. Maybe the month in itself brings something up for you every year. That could be it as well. In your financial and wealth sector, and wealth covers all areas of life as well. And in this case, it applies as so. This shows you in a gathering, the Three of Cups, very emotional, full of love and whatnot. Family, relatives, close friends, friends you consider family, this kind of thing. It shows you attending spring weddings. It shows celebration, reunions. It's weddings and funerals aren't just weddings and funerals. Weddings and funerals are reunions, family reunions. People sometimes come from far and wide to say goodbye to somebody that's passed. And it does turn into one big family reunion. That could be going on for somebody during the month of March. And weddings is the same. People come from far and wide sometimes. It just shows you being around. There's a lot of close interaction with the people, and the people that are closest to you through the month of March. So there's going to be a lot of interaction going on here. There could be celebration over a job raise as well, a pay raise, I mean, at work for somebody as well, which sweetens the pot. Somebody else could come into a very copious amounts of money that causes family celebrations as well. These things can happen, and they do. But these are the people, it shows you most of March spending time with people that you've known your whole life. A close-knit time for some reason, I'm not sure why. It shows you being around the people that you can really be yourself with, Taurus, that you trust. Maybe it's just a long winter's thing. Maybe your family gets together in spring. Maybe you have, family reunions. That kind of carries you through till summer. An extra holiday. For those of you that are single at this time, there could be another love coming into the picture for you very, very soon. For anybody that has any projects or jobs on the go right now, now's time to get into the zone. See, you're coming up to the finish line. That's what I see. So you got to put your head down and get right into the zone, tuck right into it until the job is done. You'll feel better for it. But you're coming to the end of something there. And it's a good thing, whatever it is. The advice is to be carefree while you can. Enjoy the company of others that make you laugh. This March could be a very nourishing time for you, Taurus. Keywords are celebration and friendships, healing, fun, flirtation, indulgence, creativity. It's busy all the way around. Your third card, your home, your hearth. I don't know what's going on here, guys. There's always got to be one card in a reading to keep everything real. It's not, it's the heartbreak card of tarot. It's the Three of Swords. And it does bring heartache. Well, it not brings it. It doesn't give it to you. Tarot doesn't give it to you. It's giving you a heads up on what to anticipate. Right? This is usually a transient card. I just heard change being thrust upon you. You didn't really have much say in this. It just kind of came. But it's transient. So you're not just walking out into the cold. You're transitioning from one spot in your life to another. There's a transition that's going on here. And it may be a rough ride for you that brought it all about. Something not so good. But the tarot says, this is what you can anticipate. You will heal from it. You will. This card could be related to breakups or affairs of the heart. Disappointments, disloyalty. The positive side is you're going to see the truth for what it really is. There'll be nothing hiding anything anymore. You'll be in the know all the way around. Not what you wished for, of course, but stuff happens, right? You're going to see the truth of a situation. You're going to know where you really stand, how much input or power your input has into the family structure or your personal relationship. This card can also signify stressors such as anxieties and fear. And most of those are, there's got to be a word for that. I don't know what it is, but fear is an emotion. It's not something that exists. And anxiety is worrying as well about something that could happen. Same as fear. They're not tangible yet. They're not real yet. It's really a personal take on how anxious you get over things or how fearful you become of things, or maybe you don't at all. Right? It's different for everybody. But it seems a waste of time. Logically, if you remove all emotion, it seems a waste of time to be anxious and to worry about something that may or may not happen. And you've expelled all that energy onto it. That's just something that's coming through for somebody. The advice of the card is to see the truth and to feel the pain should you run up and find yourself in any situation that is going to overwhelm you emotionally and spiritually. Is that you have to face the truth. The quicker you face the truth, the faster you will heal. That is true. So don't bury it. Don't numb it. Don't hide it. But deal with it. Deal with it. Let yourself cry. Let yourself get angry. Let yourself feel vengeful. Not do it, but feel it. Do all these things. Feel sorry for yourself for a little bit. Don't get lost in it. Lick your wounds. Soothe your soul. Do what you have to do to get you back on Civvy Street, we'll say, right? It's all happened for a reason, is what Tarot is bringing forward and nudging you, saying this has happened for a reason. Don't question it. Just go with it. Just go with it. Keywords are heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs, breakup, and tears. So sorry, Taurus. Okay, so this happened the last reading. The hearth and home wasn't good for them either. And then it went right into challenges, and it just kept it real. You didn't come up for air. It's 7 of Wands, and it's endurance to get through everything is what it's all about. But especially the practical things in life, you know, paying your bills, keeping your bank account up, making the money flow, you know, to keeping house, to taking care of yourself, all the practical things in life, washing your car, you know, all these kind of things. So risk-taking involved with Wands as well sometimes, and sometimes the creation of business comes out of it as well. But it shows here, as far as this card goes, the 7 goes some kind of dispute over ownership or territory with another group or another person. But there's a bit of a dispute. You might have a fight on your hands. If you feel that passionately about it, it'll probably turn into a fight unless the other side gives first and lets you win. This could be a fight for a relationship as well. Your integrity could be brought into questions, or you may be prompted to really ride on the back end of your integrity because that's all you have. That could happen. All right. And you'll need the endurance to hold on to see it through. And that won't come so easy. You'll be tempted to cash in real quick for a quick fix on whatever this is, whatever it is to you. It is a general reading. It's different for everybody. You could find direct resistance to your plans at this time. Or you could find yourself defending another person or speaking on the behalf of a group of some kind. The advice is to communicate clearly and then negotiate. Take the higher moral ground if you feel that that's what it's going to come. You got to do what, you know, sometimes Taurus, I know, you don't like feeling like somebody told you to do something. That's why you're doing it. If you do something, you want it to be of your own free will, correct? So your back goes up a little bit when you feel like you're being told what to do. You may have to take the higher moral ground. Bite your tongue. Bite it back. Swallow it down. It will take endurance and courage. But it shows, this card shows that you are strong. All right? In courage and endurance. And you will meet with success. Just stick to your guns is what you need to do. And you need to do what's right. Your keywords are defense and resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resilience. Okay. Your last card in this reading. And it makes perfect sense to me. As I said in the beginning, when we go through something, and usually the negative stuff, when we go through something, we learn lessons along the way. And these are very important lessons because they end up being lessons that are transferable. You will apply them to future situations in your life. You'll never do that mistake again. And to ensure it, you will put in place certain parameters, restrictions, rules, agreements, so that that never happens to you again. You're not going to put yourself there. But these are, you've gained wisdom for any hell that you've been through. There's the payoff. There's the good part. When he shows up, he usually represents, because he's a deep, a deep spiritual leader. He's usually, the presence or the energy of this card at least, is present in marriages and in ceremony, where things are, ceremonies that are powerful, moving, traditional, in nature. Some of you may be looking at going back to school at this time as well, or honing in on your skills you already have, becoming more more of an expert in your field, we'll say. This card, if any, this is a pretty spiritual card is what it is. Not so much about jobs and that kind of a thing. It's more about an inner growth and inner discovery going on as well. Having the knowledge to, having the hunger to have the knowledge and to learn. And then decipher what you've learned and decide which way you're going to go with it, because the past lessons have taught you well. You've gained wisdom that way. This card does show predictions in the unity of your mind and your body and your soul. A lot of growth going on in March. At least you're hungering for it. There could be more that goes on in April as far as that goes, but the beginnings and the birth of it are all taking place in March. For those of you that were already there, you're just going to deepen your experience even more. You want to know more. You're hungry for more. This card also brings about convention and tradition. So tradition weighs heavy with this card and the way things are always done. You might even feel certain restrictions because of somebody else's belief. Whatever that means to you, I have no idea. The advice is to listen to your inner wisdom. If you let you listen to your inner wisdom and your intuition, it'll guide you to a new spiritual leader, teacher, a mentor, or a new spiritual path altogether. Will bring your level of belief even more so, raising your vibrational level. Keywords are education and traditions and beliefs, ceremonies and unity. Marriage could come into the foreground as well, in one shape or form or another. It'll just be in the foreground. Values and authorities come into question. As I said, taking the higher moral ground as well. Anyways, Taurus, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if it gave you any insight or guidance, but I hope that it did. If you'd like to have a private reading, I do offer that service, and the information for that's found right down below this video window. Look down there. See where it says show more? Click on that and it'll open up. And in there you'll get an idea how it works with Bay of Fundy Fortune. Send me off an email with the email address you see in there, and I'll get you taken care of pretty quick. Also join us on Facebook if you'd like. It is a closed and private group under groups under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, of course. And anything that goes on in there stays in there. And it's just a really positive, great place to be. And we all respect each other. Don't forget to have respect within the group. All right? And respect the rules. Okay, moving on. So if you're looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, or walking on my beach down below along the water's edge that hold the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet. The beautiful and the bountiful Bay of Fundy. But no matter where you find me, if you don't find me here, chances are you're going to always catch me waiting on the next high tide. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great, great month of March, and hope to see you back long before it's over. And hope to see you then. Take care. Bye for now.